So to control the text, to the left we can add action listener. To the buttons, make it move to the left by 10 pixels. To the right, just add +10. Add event listener to the buttons left and right, and run the program. Then you can move the string to the left and right. Checkbox. Create a checkbox. Use checkbox class. Pass a text to the checkbox. You can also add the graphic by using set graphics. And always use image view for the graphics, right? So we get the flags. So if this code doesn't work, to look at the image, you may get the URL not found exceptions. You can just say file : in front, FILE : That should resolve the issue. So set text field, this is just the text is turned to be green. Right, set the style of the border, black, align to the left. Set selected to 2 as default. Padding, insets, like all the 5 pixels around it. Now, and also between it too. It's not touching, everything not touching. So we see checkbox as actually extended form button bit. So that means you can add it on action. So when someone is checking it, it's going to listen to the checkbox as like you click it. So let's see. This is the code that we construct. So same like before, left and right buttons, we add the checkbox. So let's see how we do that. We just expand the previous code. So border pane, get pane, super.get pane. So it's extends button demo from the previous code. So this is checkbox demo. And we pretty much just set the font, like font we can do bold, right? This is font class.font. The font's family times New Roman. Italics it and the size of the fonts. So we have bold and italics, right? When we check. So we try to control the text itself. When we check bold, the text is bold. When we do both, it's all italics and bold. So how do we do that? So we pretty much just do font bold and italics for both, and font italics just for the italics, right? This is for both. This is for the bold only. And font portion is just regular because it's not italics. So normal, just do normal, regular. So text.set font to font normal when you start a program. But we want to just do the layout to put that check boxes. So we do vertical box now, since it's top and bottom has the 2 check boxes, bold and italics. So set padding to that when we add and the style to the same style to that. Pane for vertical box here, pane for check boxes. Get children and add everything into that, add all, right? Add all check box and check italics into it. Set pane, set right. Now that's the main pane, right? We can add this to the right because this is the border pane. So we have checkboxes to right. Add event listener with a lambda. So if it's selected, if both are selected, you see that we can just get the status of the bold checkbox is selected and the other is selected. Then we set the text to font bold italics that we already create the fonts right for it. So style. Now same as the rest. Otherwise it's going to be just normal. Okay, so that event listener that we have to add into the checkbox itself by set on action, and that's how you handle it. Right, we don't want to quit inside here because this one can be like happen to both, so that's why we just separate it into handler and then call the handler. and hello equals to e lambda. That's another way to create it. Now radio button. Radio button is very similar to checkboxes, but you need to add it to the group, right? And radio button is a subclass of the toggle button. Okay, so let's look at this is radio buttons. We pretty much do the same, just like checkboxes, but radio buttons created have part of the style. Now we can make a radio buttons by expanding the previous code by extend the checkbox demo to radio button demo. We can create the VBox containing 3 red, green, and blue radio buttons. Then we can change the text to be the color that we check. So how do we do that? Just create a VBox, same set padding, set style. Right. Now create 3 radio buttons, red, green, and blue, and add them all to the pane, which is the VBox pane for radio buttons, and add to the main pane, right, for the parents, which is border, set it to the left. It's a border pane set to the left. Alright, so we have to create a group. If we don't create a group, then it's just like checkbox. So we create a group. This is coming from toggle group equals to new toggle group. So that's the difference here between radio buttons and checkbox. When you create a group, then you can select only one in the group. Set the toggle group, which is radio button, red, green, blue, same group. Now we can make the action set on action. Do the lambda again if red is selected. Change the text to red by using text.setFill. Color.red and same as green and blue. And then we are done. So we done with radio button demo, right? So that's how you use radio button. Now text field. For text field itself, we already know how to use text field, but this one just showing you that you can make it editable to false. Then you can no longer let user type in to text field anymore, just display. You can set the style to it too using CSS. See, it's always red color, that's why it's just graying out a little bit. You can set the font family to it whenever you type in. You can also set always a line when you type it, make it best from the right, best line right, instead of left to right, right to left. Just like calculator format. When you type numbers right to left, not left to right. So that's best line right. Use POS position dot. And add action event to it. So text field pretty much extends from text input control, which has, you can set the editable from that and text itself. Now we're gonna enter a new message on the top. We're expanding the radio button demo to text field demo with a text field where we have the label to ask user to enter. You can pretty much update the text to whatever the user entered. Right, so how do we do this? We pretty much just create it on pane, right? So you see that when we come together, we can combine multiple panes into one pane, like layout. So we gonna use border pane, right? And border pane pretty much get the pane, super pane, the same. This is a whole pane here. And we're gonna use another border pane for its own label and text field, and add that right to we call pane for text field. So that's just the insert padding 5 pixels, do the style, and set left is border pane set left to enter new message. And the text field itself we created set alignment to bottom right, position the bottom right, and we make it to set center, so center next to the left. And this whole thing we just set the text field pane to the top of the parent pane. So that's how we get this GUI out. So now Like we have seen that we can add the action into text field by text field.set on action, use lambda, and this is handle events. When it's changed, you just update the text. So the text itself, the regular text here, change to whatever you get it from the enter input. So that's how we update the text, and we're done with the text field. Text area. So text area pretty much just similar to text field, but you have multiple lines that you can type the whole thing. Like if you look at Notepad, right? Notepad pretty much just use text area here. This whole thing is like text area where you can type, right, instead of text field. So it's pretty much extends from text input control again. So that means you can set the editable to true or false. If you want to make it read only, set it editable to true or false. False, right? True, yeah. Now let's see how we create this. So we just use the constructor new text area. This is just default text. Now the difference between text field is you can set the number of columns and rows. Like this is like 20 characters, right? Text size and 5 rows, 5 lines pretty much. And then you can set wrap text to true. We can set the style and the font type for that to the text, right? Text area, which is TA notes in this case. Now, when you do that, like this is an example of text area that we see here. Sometimes if the window has a limit like that, we need to create a scroll, right? Like left and right, like that. When the text getting bigger, you need to create a scroll pane for it, like that, right? Just like scroll left and right, bottom. So we're going to look at how we do this. We're going to define a new class name description pane. Okay, description pane that we're going to have extends from border pane, and this our own customized description pane. We're going to have label image title. We're going to make something like this, and the text area description, set image view, and set description, set image for this, description for this, and text area demo. We're going to use this. This is JavaFX extends from applications, right? Composite. Now let's look at description pane. Create label, image title, right? For the image title, right there, like, and create the text area name TA description. Label image title, set content display to the top. Set preferred size. That's the size of the label image, right? So this is set font style, wrap the text, set it as editable to false. So this is for the descriptions, right? Now, to make it scrollable, we need a scroll pane. Scroll pane equals to scroll pane, and you pass the text area in. So that's make it know that, hey, this scroll pane is for this text area. And set left, this is for the border pane, right? This is border pane. Put the label image and scroll pane to the center, and put insert 5 padding. So this just set the title, set image